And good afternoon, good evening, good morning to wherever you are throughout the world. Welcome to today's stream. I'm hoping you can hear me. Yeah, it looks like everything's going through. Just give me a moment while I set everything up. So let me just try this out. Bear with me. Okay, yeah, everything looks to be working. So we have a little bit to talk about this evening. So it's been I probably want to say it's been a busy few weeks over the last few weeks in terms of content, definitely. It's been quite busy. There's been a lot that's been released. So I'm going to bring up some videos and just have a little look at what we have published over the past few weeks. I do have a bit that I want to cover this evening, but I've not gone through all of it yet in terms of, or I've not listed it down to say exactly what I want to talk about in what order. So I'm just gonna sort of go through and see how we get on. So in terms of videos, yeah, it's definitely been a busy 2 weeks, that's for sure. So let's jump before we say hello to the chat window. Let's have a little look here at what's going on. So a couple of weeks ago, we had Unify Network 9.4 that was released. That came about. We've had the Superlink sensors, so we spoke a little bit more about that last week in terms of the stream. Or was it last week? Yeah, I think we spoke about that last week on the stream. Yeah, we did. And then we were talking about, I think the topic of conversation on the last stream was the doorbells and when they're going to be arriving. And lo and behold, as I've said to you many times, things happen as soon as as soon as we start talking about something, it tends to appear the next week. Not out of me steering the conversation in any way. It's just the way it happens. That's why I whenever I say something, I always caveat it with it could change in the next day, week, or month, whenever it might be. We had some new cameras, so we had the G6 Pro Bullet. We spoke about that last week as well. And there's a comparison video in there, and along with Unify Network 6.1. So some decent, I think, content there for you to have a look at if you wanna know anything about this. We then covered object-oriented networking in 9.4. So this is their new thing that they've released within Unify Network 9.4. So if you want to know how that works and what that's all about, we can do that. We then had a video about the G6 doorbells, which we'll cover in a little bit more detail later. And then I had another video which I covered all of the images that we've seen on the internet from Cydia. And yeah, we sort of recap that. And there's quite a bit to talk about there. So I think we'll probably cover that one in a little bit more detail. So let's move over to the chat window. Let's have a look what's going on here. Good afternoon. Called off a tad. We've been getting so much rain. Yeah, I mean, it's been raining here the past few days. It's been quite warm today, actually. It's a bit of a warm day today, but there was still a bit of rain where I was anyway. But yeah, it's much needed, and I think finally the weather is probably going to start turning now. So it's the past week or so, it's been relatively cool, which is good, always good. First hit the like button. Yeah, I mean, how many of you are there? I think there's about 20 of you at the moment. 17 of you, and there's 4 likes. So yeah, I mean, if you want to hit that like button, let's get that number up. That would be good. Good evening, Vasil. How you doing? Hi there. The new doorbells, are they powered via PoE or normal power supply? So everything that we've seen at the moment, I have no further information than you do than what we see on the internet. I mean, the people that were probably at Cydia, if you trawl through some of the Reddit logs, you might see something a little bit different if they have the answer. I haven't seen it just yet, so I can't comment on anything like that. The only thing we've seen at the moment is PoE, but not to say, I mean, when the doorbell first got released, it came with, they came with just Wi-Fi, and then the PoE one came a little bit down the line. So not to say that it might not ever come. Maybe they are starting with just the PoE ones to start with, but it might stay that way. It might not. As we find out more information, I'll be definitely sure to let you know. Hey Cyber Army, good evening. Jacob birthday. Yeah, so it's not my birthday today. I've kind of brought you in with that I guess you could call it clickbaity, but it's actually my birthday tomorrow. So I thought I'd put it on there, and yeah, we can do a bit of a celebration. I mean, you can all just type happy birthday. That's probably as good as I guess as good as you can get, because you can't actually sing. Anyway, we'll move on. Good evening, Peter. Oh, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that one, so I apologize if I've got that one wrong. Happy birthday. Thank you, Cyber Army. I can't say they've given me a nice gift, but let's see if anything turns up tomorrow. Let's see. I think probably the gift is probably the amount of products they send us, which we are very fortunate to have. Thank you, Angler. Thank you. You don't want me to sing. Well, each to their own, I guess. Hey, buddy, hope you're doing all good. Yes, I'm good, thank you. Good. So we're going to get into some conversations shortly about some of the stuff that we've seen over the last week. I think definitely the Cydia stuff is going to be quite interesting, especially things around the ProAV. There's been a lot of questions around that, so that's definitely an interesting one. Happy early birthday, thank you. Happy one day before you were born, thank you very much. Doorbell, yes. So that's always obviously going to be a big one. I did start a few minutes early, and we're already 5 minutes in. So I think most people that were going to join are probably here now, and there'll be a few more that join in a short while. So I'm just going to pull up the Reddit article. So let me just go here, make sure it doesn't want to try and sign me in. So there was quite a bit that we've seen on here, and I know Cody's posted quite a few images on here, so big shout out to him for getting those images on there. It makes my life a little bit easier, so I don't have to go searching too far, because his profile is generally quite active, so it makes life a little bit easier. Let's have a look. Let's zoom in a bit. So let's see what we can find. I don't want to open up too much, because that's where I start. So let me just caveat, if my machine does decide to blue screen, then I will be back momentarily once my machine boots back up. It's been fine so far this week. I haven't rebuilt it yet. I do want to rebuild it, but I haven't rebuilt it yet. So let's see. I think this was the first one he had posted. Is there anything else? There we go. Let's have a little look at here. So this is some of the stuff that we've seen at Cydia. So we saw our first look at that G180 and the G6 Pro 360 is the right word I'm looking for. So yeah, that's definitely the one that we've been waiting to see. That's supposed to come in Q3. So I'm definitely hoping at some point it is definitely going to come. I think we are we're 3 weeks left to September almost, maybe just a little bit longer. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get to see one of those soon. And that's a close up of it. So definitely looking forward to the G6 180, the G6 Pro 360 as well. I should really try and get this set up this week. This is the AI 360, so this is already available. This isn't something new that I'm showing you, unfortunately, as much as you probably want to see it. This is the older one. So I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison. This should be quite a big jump between them. I think, almost want to say this is 2K, maybe 4K. So I'm not sure. But yeah, that's one comparison we're definitely going to want to be doing to see what the upgrade is in that. I don't think there'll be so much in terms of night vision, in terms of doing anything in terms of driving. I think it's just going to be the night vision. I think this is going to be sat in my garage, however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, let's see how that comes about. And I can see. Thank you very much, Vasil. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I will definitely put that to good use. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, finally, Doorbell TJ, welcome to the stream. And in case you missed it, it's my birthday tomorrow, technically, but I'm celebrating with you guys today. So we're doing it one day early. I went out for a meal this afternoon as well. So yeah, we're celebrating it one day early. It's fine. It's only one day, so it's all good. ProAV lineup, or the ProAV looks a bit beyond my needs, although it would be cool if it worked with PowerAmp. It's going to be an expensive end of year. It's going to be a busy end of year. I'm hoping so. So, I mean, for those of you that were in London, that were at the UWC and got to see some of the stuff that is going to be coming. I mean, if all of that gets released before the end of the year, it's going to be busy. It's definitely going to be busy. There is some stuff hopefully coming soon. I hope we get a birthday cake from him. I could give you a birthday cake. Maybe I should have done that as a giveaway for this live stream. Give away a birthday cake. Maybe I'll do that one next year, or maybe even tomorrow. The Unify cake I can give you at the moment, which I'm not going to give away. It's a nice 360 camera. See? So where are we? I hope I get my doorbell before I go to Thailand for 1 month. I'm also waiting for the G6 PTZ. Are you ordering that from the EU store, or is that from the US store or any other country? UK store maybe even. I'm waiting for the EU power leads. Yeah, I think we're going to be depending on what store you're ordering from. Yeah, depending on what kind of leads you definitely get. I'm not sure which. Yeah, I'm not sure which leads they generally send you, but yeah. EU store. Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm guessing it's still out of stock at the moment on the EU store. Let's have a look. Store. I have to be careful not to open too many tabs. Otherwise, this is where we run into problems. So if we go to camera. G6PTZ. G6PTZ is in stock, so I'm guessing you're probably waiting on delivery, but it is in stock. The black one isn't available. The white one is, unfortunately. So more UNAS to come soon. Hope they do an M.2. The UNAS side, yeah, I mean, I did a video on that maybe a few weeks back, where they sort of teased the enterprise version, so the 16 bay one, and we saw the four bay possibly an 8 bay in there as well. So yeah, I would expect them to be on their way. How soon, I don't know. Obviously, they've got the mock-ups of what they're going to look like. In terms of M2 only, I'm not sure how much I can say of this, but I don't remember seeing anything or hearing anything in the Unify World Conference about an M2 only model. So not sure if something like that's going to come about or not. Happy birthday, old man. How old are you? I guess for the people in there, I'll plead the fifth at this point, and I'm not going to answer that question. Not that it's going to incriminate me in any way, but yeah, we'll leave that there. G6 PTZ White is available in the UK store a few days back. Okay, cool. That's good stuff. That we're seeing this sort of stuff flow into the UK store now. I did see, and I did post it up, that the racks became available as well. Let's see if I can find them. Accessories. Yeah, the rack cabinets. So these came available, and I realize you can't see me again because when I'm recording my videos, I tend to do 2 separate videos. So yeah, anyway, I won't get into the details, but yeah, this is the 42U rack that's come available. So this comes fully shipped at £1,260. So probably a little bit steep, but I think if I don't know, is it going to ask me to type in my details? Yeah, I'll leave it there. So I know someone who's ordered one earlier this week and the shipping wasn't very steep. So I don't know if that's still the case, but if you are looking for one, I don't know if they are going to change the shipping pricing, but it's not steep at the moment. So it's not like the $200 that you're getting in the EU and the US. I'll put it that way. So there's a 12U. The 12U Slim is sold out, so that went quite quickly. There's a 12U. I almost want to say there's maybe one left. Yeah, I think there's one left at this point. So if you're going to buy that, definitely get your hands on that quite quickly. The 42U, I think when I saw them bring that into stock, I was looking on the Discord. I think there's like some 80 odd in stock. So yeah, I think you're probably going to be good with that one. Let's head back to here. I'm waiting to get the black one. Yeah, so did that say coming soon, or was that Q3 2025? Okay, yeah, so you still could be waiting another 3-ish weeks maybe, or that might change to coming soon. Who knows? You're liking Unify? Yeah, I mean, Unify is quite heavily what I focus my channel around. So yeah, I mean, I like the ecosystem and the way it works. And yeah, it's I don't think I'm really going to say too much more than that, to be honest. Yeah, we'll keep some things behind the camera that doesn't need to be said. Tech Talk, thank you very much. Are you going to make a new AI key protect features? Are you going to make a new video on the new AI key protect features? I wasn't planning to, but that's probably not a bad idea actually. Maybe I should make a note of that. Let me make a note of that and add it to my forever growing AI key protect features. I mean, I did a video when it was first released, so that was quite a while ago. But I have a feeling a lot of the comments are going to be in that video. We can't buy one. We can't buy one. We can't buy one, because I've heard that quite a bit already. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher this name. Lemesios. No idea. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Wishing you all the best. Thank you. I've decided to go with the Cloud Gateway Max. Good choice. 16 PoE switch, which is the light version. A U7 Pro and the light APs. Yeah, I mean, good choice. Are you looking to expand that to protect as well, or are you just going to stick with Unify Network? Liverblow, happy birthday. Thank you very much. I'm hoping I'll be able to grab a black G6 PTZ before they get sold out. Yeah, I have a feeling as soon as they come into stock, I've seen a lot of people say they want this. But yeah, it's gonna get snapped up pretty quickly. Even the G6, I think the G6 turrets, a lot of people have been saying they want the black version. They're waiting for the black version, but it's not shown yet. But I'm sure as soon as they come in, yeah, they're gonna go quite quickly. For my house setup, stick with network. Okay, cool. Did you run down of the G6 entry? I know it was missed off your initial video, so I haven't run down it. I am gonna go through it just now. I'm gonna go through it just as soon as I caught up through these last few comments. I am gonna go through it. But just before, I want to check one more thing, so I apologize. And I'm not very good at multitasking, so I need to make sure this is happening while I am doing this. And it is, so that's good enough for me. Right, let's have a look. Where have we got to? Where do we get to? Just got out of my attic, setting up a camera G4 Instant to see what's running around up there. Good idea. It's easy just to, I guess, because they're wireless. It's easy just to pop that on there, get a USB or even a power bank to leave it running for a little while, and you can see what's there. Purchased the 12U myself, £10 delivery for was a shocker, yeah. So definitely if you are looking to purchase one of those racks in the UK, you're getting good value for your delivery at the moment. So I would definitely get on that if you are looking for one. Thank you, Frederick. AS Networking, happy birthday. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Thank you very much. And yeah, actually now the pronunciation of my last name, which is of my username, which is my last name. Oh, okay, cool. Glad to glad to hear I got that right. I thought I had more time before the stream started. Missed the first 10 minutes. Yeah, no worries. All good. All good. We're here for a little while, so well, we've been here for 20 minutes already. Time seems to fly quite quickly, which is always good, I guess. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So I just spray paint my cams to match the color of the G5 PTZ. Works perfectly. Okay, that's good. It's a good idea. If I don't think I would quite have the courage to do something like that, because I just know I know you would tape the lens up, but knowing me, I'd still somehow get it on the lens and do something wrong. But yeah, if it works for you, why not? I got it plugged into an extension cord. Oh, yeah, that does the job. It came on a pallet. Ordered a patch cable for £18. Well, yeah, those patch cables are not cheap. That's for sure. I'm guessing was that including? No, I'm guessing that's not including delivery either. Let's do a rundown of the doorbells. I know I didn't quite finish my Reddit stuff that I was looking at, so maybe we go back there actually. Excuse me. So what do we have here? So these are the existing cameras. Door access. Here we go. So I know a lot of people are going to be asking, and I'm asking the same thing as well. So I'm kind of waiting to find out, if I find out before it comes out, is what's happening with this little guy here. I'm sure someone must have asked this question at Cydia as to whether these doorbells are ever going to integrate with the intercom viewer. Because they're now integrated, I guess, with Unify Access, I'm kind of hoping there's going to be some element of integration with the intercom viewer. I think a lot of people have been waiting for that. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just checking my ping in the background because my network card, I've updated the driver this week, so I'm hoping my network card doesn't cut out like it did last week. It's one problem after another, one at a time. Anyway, yeah, so I'm kind of hoping there's some sort of integration there. But the access lineup is evolving, that's for sure. It's definitely evolving. We've seen the environmental sensors here, the entry sensors, motion sensors, glass break sensors, and that alarm control fob. So definitely waiting for that one. A lot of people are going to be waiting for this to be able to play around with the alarm profiles. So yeah, that's going to be a good one, I think. So I think that was one. I know I saw a couple more. I'm just trying to find them. Let's close that. So there's a load of stuff in here. Oh, look, there was a look at the video matrix. So there was a look at the ProAV. That was in their video. So, but they showed a closer look up at this. So we'll go up. So we did that one. So there was an alarm panel. I think I posted about this one in my video. So there was an alarm panel that came about. Not a lot of people have seen a lot on this. So this is going to be quite interesting. So I think there was 38 ports we saw on here with some outputs at the bottom. So that's going to be quite interesting to see when that comes about and how that's all going to work. I think it's definitely going to be an exciting year or two for Ubiquiti in terms of launches as they start launching all of this stuff. So this is the new ProAV switches. And I sort of had a little bit of an ask in terms of what's actually happening Like, what are these going to be looking like? And I sort of covered this in my video. So it is the bridge units, which I'll show you in just a moment, are powered via PoE, and they're kind of they're an AV over IP basically. So video, audio, and that's both XLR. So that does XLR as well. But the interesting one is it has remote USB functionality, and I'm kind of reading because it's listed down for me. So I'm just kind of not reading off a script, but I'm just seeing what some of the features are. And there's a multi-screen management within it as well. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how that works. The AV switch itself is PoE+++. There is actually, and I'll show you this in just a second, there's a video that I think it's UI Tom has done, or someone's recorded UI Tom talking about it. And there's some really interesting information in there as well that he mentions about this. So for those of you that are very heavy into the AV integration space, I'm not. I can touch on the basics and go over some of the functionality, but I'm not heavy into, like, obviously there's some people that do this for a living. They go out week after week and do some installs. So yeah, that's going to be the interesting one. I think that's going to be quite interesting. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure I heard him say that these ports at the top are 10 gig, and so is the aggregation switch. They're 10 gig as well. But I'm not, again, don't quote me on that one. We don't know the full specs yet. And as and when we find out, I'll let you know for sure. The picture clarity is not clear enough for me to zoom in there and have a look to see what it is. The touchscreen, I'm just seeing one that's coming in. So that touchscreen on the side looks to be something that Crestron's doing. I don't think that's anything to do with Ubiquiti. I think it's just showing the Crestron integration. There's an image I showed on my video. If I can find, sorry if that click was really loud in your ear. Yeah, so one of the images that I showed, like, I don't know if you can see that. There you go. So it says a Crestron, it had the Crestron badge up there. So I think it's something to do with Crestron, whatever it is. I don't have the full information. I wasn't there, unfortunately. I can only tell you what I've heard, I guess. What I've heard and what I've read. So that's about as much as I can tell you, unfortunately. I can't tell you much more than that. But it's definitely going to be an exciting space to get into. It's going to be really interesting, I think, in that instance. And that I'm hoping obviously we're never guaranteed in terms of what we get sent, but I'm really hoping they do send this sort of stuff to us, because I have some interesting use cases both at home and a couple of clients that could probably make good use out of this. So it's going to be interesting. So the USB functionality, the IR stuff, and then obviously the multi-screen management too. So that's going to be interesting. And then we move on to the doorbells. So again, I'm just going through the images as they come through. But the doorbell lite is an interesting option. $99. It has two-way audio. It has a camera. It's a 2K 1/2.7 inch sensor. And it just works. It looks relatively small, and it's just a push button traditional style doorbell, which works over PoE at the moment. So that's going to be quite interesting, how that works. I'm just going to quickly catch up on some of these messages. Let's see. We finally got to see the new doorbells, 3 of them. So I'm wondering what new question will be for it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So for those that were joined on the live stream last week, I think the doorbell question was, I think I counted 6. That's how many times throughout the stream of about an hour and 15 minutes, how many times people asked about the doorbell. Well, here they are. They're on the screen. Or they were just on the screen. They're not anymore. I think people are going to be turning their questions to when are they coming. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, I think the questions are going to turn to when are those devices coming, and when can I buy them? And yeah, I think that's the, and I think you kind of nailed it on the head there by also saying, so I just got to delete some stuff. Make sure that's not spamming my stream. About when the NAS is coming, when the UPS is coming, if they're coming, what the smoke detector looks like. So I think you're definitely right in terms of the way that's going to go. Now that the G6 doorbell has access integration, do you think they can integrate access into the G4 doorbell? I don't think they had the hardware built into the G4 Doorbell Pro. I might be wrong. They might do stuff that surprises us and they might have it. So you never know. Someone asked me, can the PoE siren be mounted outside? I want to say the siren is IP55 rated. PoE, technical specs. It's IP56 rated. So take with that what you think. I think you should be good under a cover, IP56. So dust is 5 and direction is 6. So yeah, I mean, I don't see why you can't mount it outside. I don't see why not if it's IP56 rated. Let's have a look what we got here. Bought 2 of the environment sensors today. They were in stock in the US store and then briefly sold out. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think you guys are going to have some fun in the US with stuff going in and out of stock. If the scalpers are anything to go by that I've seen, then yeah, it's going to get busy. Also, so they've removed the G2 VoIP phone from the US store. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. I guess they are focusing on that G3 range now. How is the third-party integration? I can't remember what you were talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the AV stuff, given your latter questions. I don't know. I've not had them yet, so I have no idea. Pretty sure those black patch panels and brush panels are not from Ubiquiti. Yeah, so I don't think they are. And also that there was no screws on them as well, so I think they were using those tape to hold the screws on. So it's going to be interesting. I hope they kind of release some more patch panels to kind of match those, because it'd be quite cool. I think it's just another, I guess, an accessory selling point. And I think we covered these questions. How about Control 4 and ELAN? Again, I have no idea about the integration with third party, just purely because I've not seen them, I've not spoken to them about it. We've not been sent anything to even play around, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Thank you very much for the gift. Thank you. Feels like they're going after Control 4. Could possibly be. Like I said, it's going to be an exciting. They're probably one of the most exciting companies out there at the moment, Ubiquiti. And a lot of people, they take a little bit of heat, but I think as they call themselves, they're there to disrupt the market, right? And I think they're trying to do that. There's an Apple TV remote on the table, so it's most likely an Apple TV behind there. Possibly. We'll go back to it in just a second. In the video about Protect Update, you didn't cover the alarm arming a site. Do you know when that happens? So I haven't played around with it explicitly yet, which is why I haven't done it. But I think from what I know is when you create ARM profiles, it appears on your dashboard, I want to say. But I've not played. It's something I'm probably going to play around with it this week. So yeah, maybe I will do a video dedicated on the alarm manager stuff. Give me 1 second. Just get rid of some of the spam that we don't need. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you. Does the light and normal entry have the same camera? Yes, I believe it does. And we'll go back to that in a second and look at some of the tech specs. The next frequently asked question, I'm assuming that's going to be, will be a new cloud key or UDM. Yeah, no doubt. I think a new UDM Pro is going to be a lot of people's asking list. Again, we didn't see anything at the UWC on stuff like this. So, but it's not to say that it's not going to come. But yeah, I can tell you I don't have one yet, if that's the question you are indirectly asking. When is the next doorbell after this? So you mean what, the G7? Maybe when Wi-Fi 8 comes about. Maybe that's when we'll be having that conversation. Would love to see a video on that. Okay, fine. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we'll do something on the alarm profiles. So let's go to techspecs.ui.com. Let's go to security camera. Let's go to compare. I'm hoping. Okay, they don't have. Oh, they do have the doorbell light. Okay, perfect. So they didn't have this on their website when we created the video. This is I guess this is half the problem in when you are making videos and you get out there like very early on. You don't have everything isn't updated. You don't have all the information out there, so you kind of miss some stuff in your videos sometimes. But yeah, this information is out there now. So IR night vision is the same across the board. Okay. So there's some stuff here that obviously might change coming in the future. I don't know, maybe I'm making things up in my head here, but I've not seen this zoom mode or lightning zoom before. Maybe it's something that might be coming in something new or something different, but who knows? I'm not saying that's going to be a doorbell. I'm just saying I've not seen those on this. So I should actually probably click them all and see what comes about. License plate recognition. So this doesn't have the full license plate detection. It has the face recognition though, the doorbell entry and the doorbell entry pro, or the pro entry, sorry, I should say. It does the smart detection, so people, vehicle, animals. Two-way audio. Yep, they've all got two-way audio. The weatherproofing is not as high on the IPX5. On the doorbell light, sorry, not the IPX5. So IK07 is the vandal resistance on both of them, but I've not seen this before. LMC, IK0. Oh, that's the LMC screen. Okay. That's the screen that's IK04. That makes sense. 100 meg port, gigabit ports. And this was the thing around the cameras, right? So when you're running at max resolution, you have 12 megapixel at 20 frames per second. Or if you drop down the resolution to 8 megapixel, that's going to give you 30 frames per second. The package cam is 5 frames per second. Yeah, it's the same across both of them. If you have 12 megapixels, in terms of the camera, you have a 3:4 ratio, and then the 8 megapixel is 9:16 ratio. And I guess with the entry version, it's either 3:4 or 4:3. So yeah, you can take that how you want. People want that long, narrow look in terms of the doorbell. Some people want the wide views. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish with the doorbell. They're both PoE plus, interestingly. So yeah, both PoE plus. Only a couple of watts difference between the two. And yeah, I think that's about it. There's no price on these yet. We know the doorbell light is $199. We know the G6 Pro entry and the G6 entry. The price is to be seen. I know a lot of people were saying somewhere in the mark of $500 they were expecting. But that would be quite steep. Yeah, that would be quite steep for a doorbell. I think even Ubiquiti would have a hard time justifying something like that for $500. But the fact that it has access integration makes me think, who knows? Maybe they might. So it's a waiting game to see what price they come in at. That's going to be for sure. If we just go to store.ui.com, if we go to the cameras, we can have a little closer look at some of them. So there's quite a bit here now. That's coming soon. So we have the AI PTZ precision. Excuse me. I want to say, this is the UK store, that's why. Let's go to the US store. So US store, AI PTZ Precision. It's coming Q3 2025. That wasn't there before. If we go back to the camera, scroll down to the bottom. Sorry for scrolling so quickly. If that's affecting you. Q3, Q3, and these are shipping in December, November and December. So that's definitely 3 products. So that's definitely 1 product a week, at least. I would hope, if they're going to stagger it, or who knows, maybe in 1 week they'll just go 1, 2, 3. There you go, have them all at once. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen there. The doorbells, I'm sure I've seen them somewhere on here. So here are the doorbells. So shipping Q4. So this is definitely coming out in October 2025. So right at the start of Q4. This is shipping in Q4 2025. So this can be anywhere from October 1st all the way to December 31st. So it could either be something that you see before Christmas, or maybe even something you see after Christmas. Who knows? So a lot of people are saying the Wi-Fi one is out of stock, which it is in both black and white. The PoE is the only one that's available in black at the moment. Let's have a little look. That looks like some spam. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And yes, I am back live. Cloud is back. Okay. Do you know if the fingerprint scanner was bought over? I don't think it is. For everything that I've read so far, it doesn't look like there's any fingerprint reader capabilities. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't look to be. I did just see your updated message there. They look Gucci. I did think how I was going to pronounce this first one because I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but yeah. Anyway, pretty happy with the G4 Doorbell Pro with the AI port. Sure, could be 2K or 4K, but the AR DSLR would be useless. Yeah, I guess it depends on what your. I mean, it depends on how your house is set up. I mean, for me, the house doesn't cover the whole driveway, so I have to put something over the driveway to look out. So it's not something necessarily that I need the 4K version just there. Obviously, if it gets sent to me, I'm obviously going to install it. I do have to go through the pain of running PoE. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do that and run some PoE cable. Run some network cable so I can get it powered over PoE. So yeah, that one's going to be a fun one to do. I hope they get the new doorbells out before Christmas. I kind of hope so too. I think it's going to come around. I think, well, given the way Ubiquiti go, they generally go towards the end of the month. So I think I'm hoping the doorbell is going to come out around mid-October. The doorbell Lite anyway. We have the UWC at the start of November. So if it's going to come out, it's going to come before then. If it comes after, then I think you're looking at probably the 2nd or 3rd week in October. But then I know it gets close to Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's really hard to call. And I think the closer they get to Christmas, I don't want to say they're going to find it harder to sell because I think their products sell regardless of what time of year it is. But obviously the focus is then, for a lot of people, for most people, some people is around Christmas. But for some people it isn't. So I guess it doesn't really matter when they sort of release it. So it's going to be interesting. UWC on the same dates as Radiohead, new EU tour. Okay, I had to ask for tickets in London instead of Spain. I did see, actually, speaking of the UWC, actually, I know I've mentioned it a few times. They have added a new date in Sweden. So if anybody is that part of the world, yeah, they've added one in Sweden that kind of crept up. I think Cody posted it on his X account last week. That kind of popped up out of nowhere. So Unify Nordics in Stockholm, Sweden. So 9th of September, which is in 2 days' time. So if anybody fancies going there or is close by, you can go and visit them there. So get registered and head out if you want to go that way. That's for sure. Happy birthday, the ultimate tech support. Smashing the channel, super proud of the channel, how much it's growing. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. I bet January here in Norway, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. So yeah, who knows? Who knows when that sort of stuff is gonna come? But I'm definitely. I mean, I remember going to the UWC earlier this year, and they were like, "Oh, it could be any time to end of late of 2025 or the start of 2026." But you think about it, we're already in September. We're only 3 months away from, or 4 months away from 2026. So this stuff is going to come a lot quicker than you think it might come. So it might sound far away, but yeah, I think it's going to come quickly. Do you think they will release a new chime? And also, are you able to play custom audio files on the current one? I don't think I actually have a chime. I should actually ask for one. I don't think I actually have one. I know a few people I know do have one, but I don't. And I believe they do play custom chimes. You just need to upload the audio. You just need to upload the audio and then assign it in the doorbell itself. So it can be done. Yes, too late for me and too sudden. Already booked everything in Miami. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a pain, I guess. When you're going from Spain, I think you're in Spain all the way to Miami, and then they kind of throw one in to Sweden right at the last minute. So that's but I'm in the same boat. I mean, I'm going across to Miami as well. So yeah, it's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good because I think it's stateside. I think there's gonna be a lot more. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot more behind it in terms of the event itself. So yeah, it's going to be one to see. But there are 44 people here and there's only 11 likes. So if you want to hit the like button on your way out or at any point, that would be get those like buttons up. But over the likes, I'll take questions. So throw the questions in the chat window. Where are we at? Oh wow, we're at 50 minutes already. Okay, we're here for a little while. Yeah. I don't think I've even covered half of the stuff that I was going to talk about. Actually, no, I think we've done all right. I think we've gone over the ProAV switches. We've spoken about the G6 stuff. I'm trying to think what else there was that we were going to talk about. Actually, while I'm scrolling through Reddit, and I've got this. So this is the video where and I think the guy that asked the questions, I think he's actually gone away. I don't think he's on the chat anymore. So this is the guy asking Tom a load of questions. So this is UI Tom for anybody that doesn't know. I think it's UI Tom anyway. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. He's asked him about a whole bunch of stuff in terms of the AV stuff. So if you want to go and check that out, have a look. And yeah, he kind of gives a bit more of an explanation as to what's happening there and what it's all about, and gives a quick demo and says a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So if that was you asking the questions, thank you very much. And I would love to have a quick chat with you and find out more about this stuff. That would be good. Excuse me. So where do we get to? Yeah, so we covered that. What else do we have? So yeah, someone's actually 3D printed the doorbell sizes. I'm not going to go too much into this, but if you want to look at that on Reddit, excuse me, that's there as well. Do we have anything else? Yeah, here we go. The UAV bridge. We'll cover that in a few minutes, I think. I think that's the last thing that we need to cover. So yeah, I think we've done quite well. We've covered quite a bit. Since there's more of you here, if you haven't already, obviously go and check out the YouTube channel and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But there's a whole bunch of videos that I've released over the last 2 weeks. It's been very, very busy for content creation. So feel free to check out any of these videos. We have stuff from Superlink to the G6 Pro, G6 Pro comparison. We have Unify Protect, network objects. We have the G6 Doorbell. And obviously, if you want to see all the stuff that was spoken about at Cydia in terms of the images, I sort of created a... Oh, you have to sign in. Okay, that's annoying. You can go and check out this video too. Let me see if I can open this up here just to make sure I have covered everything. So doorbell, Superlink sensors, I think the bridge. Yeah, I think we have actually. We actually covered quite a bit. It's not bad. Normally we only get halfway through some bits in the stream, and then we kind of run out of time. So let's go back to some of the questions here. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, going to the Unify Nordics. Starts at 9 AM, ends at 3 PM on a Tuesday in central Stockholm. So I did look at, not that I probably would have come. I did look at flights from London, and yeah, they were ridiculously expensive. So and the timings just, they weren't right, and it would have to be a fly in, fly out for me anyway. That's for sure. How many times has the birthday boy circled the sun? I'm going to sound probably a little bit stupid here, but I don't get the reference for that one. Circle the sun. I apologize. I'm sure it's something simple. If the cost is more than 400, I will get the light and the G6 turret for 300. I mean, it's the fact that they have the light doorbell at $99. Generally, yeah, I guess they probably might. I guess they probably might have a steeper price on the G6 Pro entry. The G6 entry, I think, will be a little bit more reasonable. But the fact that it has that access reader integrated makes me think that it might push up a little bit more in price. You think they're moving away from Wi-Fi doorbells? Possibly. I mean, it could be something to do with the fact that it has access built into it. The fact that they need that, they know it's going to be a more stable connection rather than Wi-Fi. Because if you look at all the access readers at the moment, they're all PoE powered, right? They're powered over cables or whatever it might be. None of them work Wi-Fi. So it's going to be interesting. I hope they even release one, I guess, without the access built in, would I dare say. That would be interesting for more of a residential use. But who knows? Like I said, I would be very much happy to put a Unify access on my front door. I know a lot of people say no, don't do it, but yeah, for me, I'd happily do that. Well, I'm on the Canary Island. I'd rather stay in Miami than Sweden. Well, I live in England, so any weather's better than here, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as there is sun shining, and if it's too hot, as long as there's air conditioning, I'm good. I was quite surprised to see the G6 doorbell, as nothing was mentioned at the UWC. They did mention the G6. Yeah, so I think this is what I said sort of last week in the stream as well. Like, they're releasing products that they didn't talk about. So there's stuff that they already know that's coming, but they didn't really say too much to it. So it's yeah. So it's going to be interesting because that's why I think there's a lot more products to come that we've not seen yet. So it keeps us busy, right? So and keeps everybody's wallets empty. That's for sure. I have a couple of chimes. You don't upload the audio on the chime, but it depends on the device you have it linked to. So it's the upload from the doorbell itself, right? In terms of the audio. Like I said, I don't really have one, so I can't say for sure. I want to make a joke about the UI Tom's shirt, but I'll keep it to myself. Yeah, I'm not sure what that joke would be. So yeah. Hello, and happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you. Show us your show us your AI doorbell. I wish I had something around me that I could show you, which sort of resembled the doorbell. Here, maybe I can show you my DJI camera. That kind of might be similar to the doorbell. We have a little screen. We have a touch button here. So here you go. Here's the AI doorbell. And thank you, Black Jedi. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Love the channel. So much good stuff. Really nice guy. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that the nice words. And you guys make it a lot easier, right? When I come here, even when I was actually telling Cody this earlier, that I have nothing planned, but you guys make it a good laugh and a good bit of fun. And I don't really need to come with anything prepared because you bring all the questions for me. So I don't need to do anything. How old are you? So I think someone asked me this earlier and I said, I guess I'm going to plead. Oh, okay. All right. That's what you're asking. Fine. Yeah, I'm going to plead the fifth on my age. I'm not going to say how old I am. But maybe not on a live stream anyway. Maybe if you ask me in person, I'll tell you. Unless, I mean, I could be, actually, this could go very horribly wrong. Feel free to have a guess of my age. And then tonight I can either cry myself to sleep with how old you think I am or be very happy, one of the two. If anybody says a day over 21, you're banned from my stream. But didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you, Cody. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's actually for those of you that don't know, my birthday's tomorrow, but the stream is today. So yeah, I'm not gonna do another stream tomorrow unless Ubiquiti decide to release something. Then I'll jump on a live stream and say hello, and we'll have a chat about it. The Earth circles are once a year, so asking, yeah, okay, yeah. I guess a lot of people are telling me what I probably should have already known. Hi, thanks for replying to my message over Instagram yesterday. Happy birthday. No problem. I know I do need to still get back to you. But yeah, I will. I know there's a few more messages. I will respond back to you. It's just yeah, it's been a bit busy. I think Black Jedi thinks me and Cody have everything in our house ready to just show you as soon as it's ready. I think yeah, I don't think we do have that, unfortunately. As much as we both would very much like to have that, yeah, we don't just yet. Oh, there you go. Cody said it right there. So yeah, for those, I guess, Cody, if you're still around, I don't know if you're still on the stream, but AS Networking is joining us from Spain. So he's not the only one. So I'm not the only one traveling from the other side of the world. Another new doorbell. I'll be yeah. So I think I don't know. I guess yeah. I don't know if you're still around, Cody, but I think Cody kind of gets a lot of people together, maybe in the evening before or after. I don't know. I think I want to say I've read something on your Discord, but I'm not 100% sure. I kind of haven't read it fully, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's always nice to be graced with a celebrity on my stream. It's always good. So birthday stream tomorrow. If I'm not doing anything, I may stream tomorrow, but I may run out of content to talk about. So I do find sometimes actually that during the week I do get some extra numbers on the stream, but actually it's not been too bad today. So yeah, I do find sometimes that I do get some good numbers. But like I said, if Ubiquiti decide to release something tomorrow, maybe I'll jump on a stream so we can talk about it. Really nice and cute guy. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. That £400 is going to be like £2,000 on eBay. Yeah, possibly. I have no doubt that in the US, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Do you think new builders will now build LAN cables into the doorbell by default? I don't think so. Not yet. Not until more people. Not until more companies start releasing doorbells with PoE. Now, actually saying that, I did see UFI's announcement at IFA, and they did have a PoE powered doorbell. So actually, you know what? I'll probably change my answer. Maybe they might. 32. Okay, I'll take 32. I'll take that. Wish the G6 entry had the screen just for GIFs and videos. So I've just seen TJ's message. Yeah, screw you, TJ. I'm not 56. Although I did say I would like to collect my state pension, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Oh well, I'm not going to be able to retire anytime soon. 1 day buffer is always 1 day buffer always in birthdays. That's a worldwide rule. Yeah, it definitely is. I'll take that one. I think 1 day is okay. I think if my birthday was midweek, I might have done the stream next weekend after the birthday, or maybe even on the birthday. But yeah, I guess it's kind of fallen on the weekend, so I'll take it. With the entry doorbell, any chance we'll see a residential locking solution? The Ubiquiti answer, I'm not sure. My answer, yes, I hope so. I really hope they do release something like this. Again, it's something I would like to implement, and I think a lot of people have questioned this as well. They've put access into the doorbell. Are they going to start moving to smart locks and doing something in that sort of area? I hope so. But yeah, I think we have one in Sweden. Oh, 1 second. That is my other platform being a pain. There we go. Who said that they're going to the one in the Nordics? Who said they were going to Sweden? Please feel free to come back. Who said it? I'm trying to scroll up and find who said it. I can't remember. I apologize. Well, whoever it was that said they're going to the Nordics UWC, please message me. Yeah, Matt, there you go. Please do enlighten me on Instagram or TikTok or X or Facebook, whatever it is, or even come back to the next stream next week and enlighten us with some of the stuff that you found out. Even though you're not supposed to say anything, you can tell me, it's fine. I'm allowed. Nobody else is allowed. But I guess it depends. I mean, maybe it might get leaked out onto Reddit. I mean, this stuff generally does. We saw the one in the UK, just literally the whole thing got posted on Reddit. So if you were quick enough to pick it up before it got removed, then yeah. So again, if anybody does see anything on Reddit, feel free to ping it across to me so I can have a look. Cody lives close to us, but he's got even worse weather. Yeah, those the Canadian winters are quite brutal. I've experienced a couple of them, to say the least. But yeah, they can be quite brutal. And yeah, no, TJ, I'm definitely not 56. Although sometimes I do look like I could be 56, but no, I'm not. A lot of US builders are now putting Cat5 wiring into the doors and using a single. Yeah, I mean, that's another option. You could still use the Cat 5 or Cat 6 cables and just use a couple of pairs from them or whatever you need. Like the maglock, like magnetic lock. Can't get my words out. Will it be possible? I'm not sure. Like, it's possible that they may release something like this. I can't say for sure though. Obviously we don't know how this works in terms of what's going to be released when. So I'm just checking one thing. I'm just making sure my daughter hasn't woken up. Because in that case I would have to abruptly end the stream, but we're good for now. So I think this one, how difficult would it be to run PoE inside my front door? I don't know your house layout, so I'm not quite sure. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't recommend going through the door itself, but yeah, that's I couldn't comment. Do you think there'll be more products from the Ultra line? I don't know. I think they've kind of. I don't think they even mentioned anything about the Ultra line at the UWC. The Ultra line. What do we have in the Ultra line? What do we have? I think they kind of came under the utility switches, right? So we had the Ultra 60 watt, the Ultra 210 watt, I want to say, and the Ultra 42 watt. So yeah, I can't, the switch side of things is still a minefield to me, how have so many different models, which is a video that I'm hoping to do eventually at some point about the about all the different switch lineup products. So yeah, maybe I want to say no, that I don't think they will, but again, stranger things have happened, as we've seen. They should make the doorbell Matter compliant. That way we can use any Matter certified lock on the market. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Back next week. Great. That would be good if you could give us any insight as to what might be coming. If you could just, I guess, message me on the side. That would be good. They really need to get Alarm Manager much more polished before they do a normal lock. Yeah, I think there's a lot more to come in Alarm Manager, and I think there's going to be some more major updates that are going to be coming. I don't think so. It would be a major security risk to use magnetic lock in residential houses. Yeah, I guess for some instances, yes, there could be some issues using a mag lock. I asked, since you're sitting on that. I wish. I really wish we did have them. Then I could. Well, I guess I wouldn't be able to show you until they released it. But no, I don't have it, unfortunately. Any word on a new chime along with a new doorbell? Not anything that I've heard yet. I don't know if any questions were asked. I haven't gone through the comments on Reddit to see what's been asked at Cydia, or if anybody's put any information in there. But yeah, that's something I think would be interesting. I think a lot of people are asking for that. So we have a ridiculously loud AI horn. We have a very loud alarm. So I think maybe something for a doorbell would be good. I'm sure they've seen enough outcries about it, so hopefully they do something about that one. You do not want a magnetic lock on residential homes. Safety issues in case of smoke, fire. Yeah, makes sense. Not the cleanest way, but what some people do is use outdoor cable to run along the soffits. Yeah, that's one option. Once the Superlink is more developed, any chance you release a Unify home? I do intend to. Yes, I do intend to do one for Superlink itself. But yeah, we would want maybe a few more products before we can do something like that. I have my own house, so I'm not worried. From a creative perspective, how can you test a doorbell without anyone seeing on it? Well, this is the hope, I guess. When we do get one, I haven't seen anybody come to my house and say, "Oh, you've got a Ubiquiti doorbell." So I don't think anybody in my area really realizes what it is. So I think we're safe. Other than the postman, I don't think, and the delivery drivers, I don't think we get too much traffic where I live. But I always wondered that, like, even if I was to put I put some cameras out the front, I'm wondering if someone drives by and they see them and they're like, "Oh, they're the Ubiquiti cameras." It would be an interesting one, to say the least. And I just realized we are almost an hour and 15 minutes in, and there is still 37 of you. You guys are going strong, that's for sure. I commend you for sticking around to my stream, and I appreciate it. let's see. Ubiquiti is planning on doing webinar on Superlink on their next slew of webinars. Let's have a look. So, why? Why does this do this? I don't know why it's such a pain. Okay, sorry. Apologies about that. Let's have what we're going to look at. The events. Events.ui.com. Virtual events. So the one coming up next week is in a couple of weeks, I should say. Is Unify Alarm Manager. So if you've not registered for this, so smart, powerful automation. So I think we're going to see a lot more in this. So whoever, I think it was Cloud, you were asking about the Alarm Manager, or someone was asking about Alarm Manager. So we're going to see a lot more, a lot more on this. 10:30 a.m. CST. What's that UK time? 10:30 CST. You're 6 hours, I think CST is. Uh, 4:30. Okay, that's not a bad time actually. Maybe I can actually, if I put that in my diary and I remember, I might actually be able to make that one. That's not a bad time. I'm hoping I'm back and that didn't crash out too quickly. Am I back? Am I back online? I don't know. Let me have a look. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. So it wasn't a blue screen this week. It was OBS that decided to crash because OBS is a load of fun. Anyway, let's go back to some of the messages that we were seeing. So where did I get to? So events.ui.com. Yeah. So that is happening on the 22nd of September. That is Alarm Manager for someone who was asking about that. I don't know if you heard that part, but if you did, just popping out. One Superlink is more developed. Yeah, we've done that one. From a creative perspective, we've done that one. Is Ubiquiti working on a new dedicated floodlight? The existing one is underpowered. And I think this is where the whole Superlink sort of gets rounded out. I know it's to do with Protect as well, but I want to say I hope so. I hope they are working on something but I don't know how much they're going to be able to power over PoE. Given they can do PoE++, which can give you up to 90 watts of power, that would be something quite useful. So I think a lot of people would want that. Whether you can get something as powerful that works on 240 or 110 volts, I don't know, but yeah. Astra says happy birthday. G6 Pro plus AI key video next weekend. I don't think I'll be able to do that one by next weekend. I have done the G6 Pro video already, but not the AI key one. Here in Norway, the newspaper said the bandits are stealing doorbells like Nest. Oh wow, that's yeah. I think I would not be very happy if my doorbell got stolen. Do you think there'll ever be a Wi-Fi and battery-enabled camera? I've been using Arla cameras here and I'd love to. Again, I don't think they're going to go into that area. Well, I mean, we've not seen anything so far. I know a lot of people have been asking for solar-powered cameras as well, but that would literally just, yeah, I think that's a whole nother concept. I don't think they would go down that area. But again, as I've said multiple times, stuff that happens, I say, isn't going to happen, and then it ends up happening. So, yeah, who knows? I think I'm going to take a few more questions, and I'm going to wrap up the stream. I feel like my daughter's about to wake up any moment, so I don't think I have too much time left if she does wake up. So I mentioned it in last... Okay, that's cool. They're going to do that webinar on Superlink soon. Okay, that's going to be cool. Your streams are the best way to spend Sunday evenings. Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to spend Sunday evenings with me, and any other day that I tend to stream. So the door is always open, and we're always happy to have a quick chat and yeah, speak about anything that you desire. They said last week they're planning more webinars in more convenient EU times. That would be good. That would be good. Okay, and I think we're back here now. So have a nice birthday, buddy. Have a blast. Thank you. Thank you, Banjo. Hopefully we'll see you on the next stream. Love the stream. Love my unified cloud gateway fiber and the U7 Pro Max. Good setup. That's a good combination. That's for sure. The U7 Pro Max and the cloud gateway fiber. And I think I will give it another 10 or 20 seconds because that's how long it takes for you to get an update. And you are always welcome here. Everybody is welcome here. But that's definitely one of my more longer streams. So, but yeah, that's no worries. So I'm always happy to spend some time here and have a bit of fun. But no doubt, if there is something that comes about this week, I'll probably do a midweek stream if it is the case. If it's closer to maybe Friday, maybe I'll just keep to Sunday. But I do try and do the videos as they release, and I'll try and do a live stream as these products get released too. So you can get hands-on and have a little look and see what the product is all about and ask questions that I might be able to answer. So I'll see you guys. Or see you all in the next stream.